Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Chamber Chatter. We're coming to you from our office here in Wesley Chapel in our beautiful Emery's Rock Realty studio. I have a special guest. All my guests are special, but Dr. Nayee from BayCare. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, so happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
I heard this is your first podcast.
First one.
Oh, but you're gonna rock it.
Yeah, right.
You can talk. You talk for a living, right?
I do.
That's all we're going to do today is just have a conversation about you and BayCare, and you were the chief medical officer.
I am currently chief medical officer of two facilities at St. Joseph's North Hospital and also BayCare Hospital, Wesley Chapel.
How do you do both?
It's difficult, but I make
they're
it.
on opposite sides of the county.
It's about a 30-minute drive between the two, but I make it work. What's interesting is that when I first moved to Tampa, I bought a house here in Seven Oaks in Wesley Chapel. So my career kind of started out in this Wesley Chapel market about 16 years ago.
Wow.
And I was working at St. Joseph's, Maine, the big flagship. As my career continued to progress, I ended up at North and then eventually back at Wesley Chapel. So it's a full circle, which is kind of cool to kind of talk about.
That is awesome because it's literally right outside your back door.
It is. I have that house still. I kept it.
Yeah, of course, I mean, as you should. So were you a part of Wesley Chapel Hospital from the very beginning?
I was not. So my career path kind of went through the main hospital as I was a working practicing physician for about 12 years or so, and then kind of transitioned into more of an administrative role where the chief medical officer came into play. St. Joseph's North for 3 years, and as our previous CMO here that opened the hospital, Dr. Mark Ballard, retired. And when Mark retired, he always calls me Nayee. He's like, Nayee, you're up. So I took over that job about a year and a half ago.
Did you always want to be in administration? In healthcare administration? I mean, you went to medical school.
Yeah, I think it was a transition, and you kind of look for the greater good and how can you make the most impact. And I felt like taking on a new role and having, and so people always ask, what's chief medical officer even do?
Yeah.
We're in charge of the medical staff. So any issues that come up with medical staff, you're reviewing quality, you are putting out fires, you're dealing with physician behavior, and you're making sure that your medical staff is, following the rules, regulations, and providing great care to all your patients. So I feel, and between the two hospitals, you have such an immense staff, so many varieties of physicians, and so being in charge of that's cool.
So let's talk a little bit about Wesley Chapel and the hospital here. It is so beautiful, so clean, so quiet. It's amazing. I mean, by quiet, I mean it's peaceful. It's not hectic when you walk in there. And so have you been at this location since it opened, or?
Yeah, so in the last year and a half, I've gotten to know that hospital specifically, and what makes it so special is that we're providing quality, quick access to that hospital. It is gorgeous. The layout is gorgeous. All private rooms. We have an array of services: orthopedics, neurology. We're a stroke center, and we're continuing to expand. I mean, we're just starting out, and we're just providing great quality care to this community. And we're deeply ingrained as BayCare.
Yeah, and so I've had a long journey with BayCare, and I'll kind of share with you the whole process. So back when BayCare was coming to our community, we still needed the certificate of need, meaning that the state had to approve that we needed a hospital. And BayCare was looking for support to build a hospital. We brought it before our chamber board, and it was such a practice in democracy because we had a few people who worked for Advent. We had a few people that worked for BayCare. They all had to recuse themselves. Some did not think we needed another hospital in our community. But at the end of that meeting, we signed on for the certificate of need. Well, it wasn't maybe 3 months later, the state did away with that. And then the location changed because originally you guys were going at Overpass.
Yes.
Pretty much where Johns Hopkins is going now.
Yeah.
But you always owned that land. You being BayCare, always owned that land. So I kind of always knew in the back of my head, like, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, it's a great location. It's in the middle of everything. We have the YMCA coming up. You're over in the Wiregrass area. I think this area just keeps developing, and they've kind of found that little niche spot, and I think it's going to be perfect.
It is perfect. And your relationship with YMCA and supporting that brand new, who gets a brand new Y in their community? We have brand new hospitals.
Yeah.
4 now.
It's going to be incredible.
Isn't
just supporting all the growth. It tells you what this market needs and what do we need to help support it. And with BayCare, as you know, our goal is to provide the most, the best quality care. We've been in this community. We're only in the Tampa Bay area, and just continue to expand even out into Manatee County area too. So opening up a new hospital shortly there.
Full disclosure to everyone, I do sit on the BayCare Wesley Chapel Board of Directors, so I get to hang with Dr. Nayee and in the credentialing realm of it. But I've really got to see you firsthand interact with leaders, and sometimes as physicians you get bogged down into the medicine, but coming out of that, how have you transitioned more into that leadership role?
I think that word describes it, transition. And you're learning always. You're always having these conversations. You're getting to meet new people, taking on new responsibilities, and kind of figuring out what the community really needs is what my goal is, right? And then kind of putting that together with the medical staff and saying, how do we help grow and provide that quality care in this community specifically? And meeting different leaders in this area has been amazing. You have so many connections and kind of brought that into the hospital realm also. So I think it's been pretty good for us too.
Yeah. So you mentioned the stroke, and I have had a first class seat to watching this process, and I don't know that people realize what goes into being stroke certified or level 3 trauma or all of the things that go with a hospital. I don't even know if level 3 trauma is an actual word. I just know level 1 trauma, but nonetheless, you have a helipad too. But talk to us a little bit about that process, because you have to do a lot to get that certification.
Yeah, it's a big deal to get that certification. It's a regulated thing through the state. They have to make sure that you have all the resources in place, that you adhere to the state regulations, and then making sure that, number one, for a stroke, the most important thing is time. Mm-hmm. Like getting from that initial diagnosis or symptom to getting in the hospital to having that neurologist on call to say, hey, am I going to give this patient this blood thinner to help save their life, pretty much. Can you certify that you can do all these things in a timely manner? And yeah, we've proven that, and we're continuing to grow. Our program continues to grow. We're very efficient. We go out and kind of tout it to the EMS and the local community that you come into the hospital, you're going to be seen immediately, and it's incredible to have that resource available right at your fingertips and know that you'll get great quality care.
And I think people need to know that. Do you remember the days when they used to have, like, on the billboard, it says your wait time is such and such? It wasn't that long ago, but I can attest to the ER at BayCare Wesley Chapel. I was pulled in and was in a room within 6 minutes. And it wasn't a catastrophic emergency.
Yep.
But that it was incredible. And
Yep.
in the care, and that you were seen right away. The doctor was in my room within, I think, 12 minutes. I was watching my clock, and nobody knew who I was, but that I serve on the board there. I was given the same treatment that any person walking off the street would get.
Yeah, and that's our goal, to provide that accessibility, to make sure you're seen as soon as possible, making everybody treating everybody the same, and making sure that that you do get care right away.
Over the last, I would say 4 years, probably, there's been a great evolution in BayCare. And it's great leadership at the top. Stephanie is phenomenal. I had the pleasure of meeting her before she even moved down here. Like, she was announced as the new CEO, and then the things that she's done, and you as the CMO, I know that you have constant contact with her and kind of share the vision of what BayCare, because you guys are really moving forward with your brand and who you are.
Yeah, I think we've taken a big step forward into growth. I think Stephanie's brought a new vision where she wants to make sure that we're growing with the market and providing that care throughout the Tampa Bay region. You can see that with the amount of buildings that we have coming up and the amount of physicians that are attracted to the medical group. And then the most important thing, we're the largest academic center in West Central Florida with the residency program. So now one of the largest residency programs in the country. So we continue to attract local talent, and plus now getting nationwide recognition also. And I think that's part of Stephanie's vision, to say, hey, we're not only in Tampa Bay, but we want to bring all this quality care from all over the world to Tampa Bay to get this. So it's amazing.
It truly is, and I see Wesley Chapel, just geographically, we're shaping up to be a healthcare innovation hub.
Yes.
And it's exciting. And we say that, yes, we now are going to have 4 hospitals, the Children's Hospital, Orlando Health, Advent. They're all needed. And all of them are needed. And you guys provide stuff and services that may not be at other locations, but they're here to serve our community. And having access to all of that healthcare really sets us apart in the country and in the region. And you guys just got a new, can we talk about the robotic surgery?
Yes, of course.
I mean, I won't use any names. I mean, I'll defer to you. But at our last board meeting, they shared some very exciting news about a new. I'll let you take it from here because it's medical, and you don't want me talking about that.
No, just 2 things that are kind of exciting for BayCare Hospital Wesley Chapel. One was that we have a brand new Da Vinci robot, which is like the cutting edge technology. We have 2 robots now at BayCare Hospital Wesley Chapel where they can do these less invasive procedures that are more precise and recovery times are cut shorter. So with this, our general surgeons and our urologists are able to use this device to, on a daily basis, making sure patients get the most latest, greatest technology. And the second thing we did is bringing down this new robotic MRI ablation procedure with Tulsa, which is amazing. So we are now one of the primary centers in the whole entire Tampa Bay region that's providing this care. People are flying from all over the country to see Dr. Ciante, who is performing this procedure at the hospital.
Right here in Wesley Chapel.
Yep, right here.
So that is healthcare tourism.
That is pretty much.
Pretty much, we'll
Yeah.
bring them in, we'll entertain them, get them healed up, and then go shopping in our community, and then we'll get them back on their
Right back to the airport.
right back to the airport.
Yeah.
And so
It's incredible.
it really truly is. And there's also St. Joe's North. It's been very that's the baby center, right? Sarah Dodd is the president over there, and they birthed a lot of babies.
It's a really exciting. Recently, within the last year, we've opened a level 2 NICU, so we now have these services available to, if there's any type of emergency during the delivery, knowing the fact that we do have that higher level of care right part of the building.
Right.
Mothers feel more, they feel more comfortable delivering their babies there. So our delivery volume's gone up double now. And because of that, having that unique unit, what's also great about that unit is that they have these couplet rooms, so mom and baby can stay together.
That's what you guys were
It's
telling me.
amazing. It's like one of them. It's very innovative in this area. Nobody else has it, and I'm pretty sure people are going to try copycatting it across.
Oh yeah.
But to have mom and baby stay together creates that special bond between the two during that, during those critical moments of when something, like that happens. So
Right. The story and the history of NICUs has been they've always separated and the baby's without mom and they just have some holding time, but now you're saying there's a room.
there's a room, and the best part about it too, that there's also a little space in the very back for dad.
For dad.
Yeah, so it's like a little man cave in the very back, so he has a little bed in there, so he can rest and relax, and so they can switch if they ever wanted to. So
We
it's
need to come video that.
You gotta
show.
see it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
show everybody. I mean, I'm not in the market for the NICU. I mean, but nonetheless, that's great.
Yeah, we've taken a big investment, and I think what our vision is that we want to keep expanding these type of services in any market that we have, and showing and proving that through at St. Joseph's North, and keep trying innovative things and saying this definitely works, and we're providing a need to the community, and we're trying new and innovative things. It's going to be great for BayCare.
And I think that's phenomenal. What's on tap here in Wesley Chapel?
Wesley Chapel is going to continue to grow. I think we're going to add more services. We continue to expand our medical staff. I think medical tourism, like you mentioned, is going to be big out here. For us, I think looking for new and innovative procedures to bring down here also. You'll see a lot of, and then also women's services. We want to develop that out because we think that's super important, and especially this market.
Absolutely, this market. We had Advent came and spoke, and so they had 1,000 births just at this hospital last year.
Wow. That tells you. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It tells you a lot, but it also makes us a little nervous. We're like, all of those kids are going into daycare at the same time. They're all going into kindergarten at the same time. Are we ready? I mean, that's 1,000 humans.
Yeah, and I agree with you. But you know, Wesley Chapel's done such a great job with their infrastructure here that even the roads are great. Like you have so much space anticipated and now ready to make that move, and so that way you can support your population.
Absolutely, and that was the forward thinking of the developers of Wesley Chapel. I say Wesley Chapel's pretty new.
Yeah.
2007 was when the shops at Firegrass were built. There were a few things. There was Seven Oaks was here, but that was the year that they started really coming out of the ground as well. So it was very thoughtful and deliberate. The intersection of Bruce B. Downs and State Road 56 is the largest intersection in the state of Florida.
That's incredible.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's the second largest in the nation to Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas.
Wow, that's incredible.
Right?
Yeah.
And every time I drive through it, I go, okay, how many lanes of moving traffic at any given time? And I still have a hard time counting. Like, I have to map it all out in my head. But we did plan, the people here, the planners, the developers, were very thoughtful to ensure that. Bruce B. Downs was widened so that we could have a hospital. So there were things. Now, the intersection of Bruce B. Downs and 54, that was not intended to have as much traffic as it does.
I get it.
We've done a little bit of work with the egress and the ingress to those businesses. We've got an extra turning lane and some light, synchronization, but still got some hiccups. But I tell people all the time, I'm the weirdo that loves the orange cones in the road because it means progress.
Yes, 100% agree.
And if you see dirt moving, that's money moving.
Yep.
And when it stops,
Yep, I agree.
you don't want it to stop.
Nope.
So it's one of those double-edged swords, and we're very proud to have the likes of BayCare in our community. All of our medical that serves our community, we're here for the greater good and to support each other. And so I just wanted to make sure that I had you in because I've got to know you over the last year and a half and been part of the BayCare's journey since the very beginning, and I'm honored to have you here as my guest. Did I forget anything? Because I wanted to make sure that we highlighted.
No, you did a great job. We talked about St. Joe's North and what the progress it's done out there. We're a statement for the community out there. BayCare Hospital Wesley Chapel growing here to support the community. We want to be great partners with you guys in Pasco County, and just want to continue to grow and help support each other as we move forward.
And that's our role here.
Yeah.
That's all we do is support each other's businesses and help each other grow, and whatever that business may look like. And our members are here, and I know that they will appreciate having this conversation with you. Dr. Nayee, it's been great.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I'll see you at the next board meeting.
All right.
Bye.
Thank